Welcome,
Hi.
Julien.
Thanks, Luke.
So, can you start with a bit of your background,
Okay,
your
sure.
education, your working experiences, and so
I'll do it quickly. So obviously I'm French. I'm from West France. I lived a couple of years, like more than a couple of years, 8 years in Paris. I did like I should say School of Management, where I met Ning, who I'm creating m4v with. I've been doing very different numbers of things in the past, like banking, consulting, selling books door to door in the US. And of HEC, I moved during 2 years to a small company doing importing furniture from China. The good thing it was a very small company with like 20 people. So I was doing almost everything directly with the shareholders. I learned tons of things, how to manage or not manage a company from the very operational point of view. I dropped out after 2 years because at that time, furniture had never been something I was meant to do in the past, or sourcing or China or anything. I wanted to create my company. We'll discuss it later, but basically I had some ideas, didn't have the people to do it with at the moment. Did discuss with Ning of a couple of things concerning the company he did create after, and decided to go to some investment banking, but investing in small companies, a part of startups, on the part of already grown-up companies looking for funds for development, or in the cases of people who wanted to buy companies.
when was it? Which,
This was from beginning of 2008 to beginning of 2010, which was the start of m4v.
Okay. So can you explain a bit more about what is m4v, who are the founders, and
Sure.
the business model?
Very important. Yeah, I'm not the only one. We are 3 persons, starting with Ning Li. I talked about, who was a schoolmate, and Chloe McIntosh, who was a French girl already in the UK. Chloe was working at mydeco.com, who was funded by Brent Oberman, who is one of our investors through one of his funds. And Ning had been creating 2.5 years ago a company called myfab.fr or .com, basically in France, who was already selling design furniture directly from the makers in France. That was a project we did discuss together. At that time, and I finally didn't follow, so he did create it with five other persons. 4 other ones, and this was like a very good success in France in the last years. And he did like sell his share after 1 year. Went to a world trip to do it quickly. Met Brent Oberman, we went to discussing again launching something with kind of the same business model, who was like selling designer furniture at very low prices but high quality, directly from the makers, so like cutting the margins on everything. But in the UK, with a little bit more, a higher design eye, and trying to do it, trying to improve the way we're doing everything.
What's your role in m4v? What's your position? What's your typical day?
The name of the position is called like CEO, is like head of operations. Basically, I take care of all the operational stuff from factories in China. The team there, at the moment we're 25, so we have 13 people there and 12 in the UK. Yeah, last time we were 20, 1 month ago.
So
yeah. So it's from China to delivering people here, dealing with customers on everything. Chloe is more on the product development side, on designers, on Ning is like managing the stuff, on doing more internet management, website, the marketing.
So you do regular trip to China?
I spent like half of my time in China, so I did like I started to work on the project from Paris. I was 1 month here in February, then China here. I do like 2 to 4 weeks straight there.
Okay. So you work with designers, high-end designers. Can you how did you find the first designers? How is the collaboration?
Okay. The whole business model, I mean, has two sides. The first one is the designer stuff. The idea is that you're in the market basically, or for which in furniture, either you have the money and you want to spend high money on what you buy to get quality stuff, or you have to go to high brands, usually very expensive, or you could go in France or in the UK to Habitat, which is like considered as like middle hand, but it's still very expensive when you're not sure you're not gonna move in 2 months or in 2 years. Or you can go to IKEA, which is cheap, but cheap quality. I mean, they have decent one, but then you pay the price. The idea was to be able to provide people with high quality products in terms of, quality of the materials, the making, on the design, at low prices. So we have, the first thing is we work with a lot of designers. We have some in-house. We have most of them, are coming to us to work with us on, on contracts. We have our customers on, the community vote on the website for the future design they would like to see released or made. When we feel there is enough interest in the market for all of them, we release them. Every Thursday we have a new collection coming. So that's the first thing, is being able to find new design that you don't see somewhere else. And for the designers, being able to, for young designers for instance, being able to be promoted with no cost and no price. On the other side of the business, which is even more important, is what we call buying direct from the makers. We develop the furniture directly with the factories. We go to the same factories as high-end brands. So we can go to the same as IKEA, but we go to the same as Bow Concepts. I was in a factory, 1 month ago. They were making a sample for a prototype for Philips Stark. Okay. So we do high-end, middle-end, everything. The whole difference is when we retail a collection on the website, we pre-sell everything. If you want to buy, if I release a collection on a Thursday, you're interested in, you place an order on the website. On every Friday, I'm checking how many people did buy this stuff. And I'm placing an order to the factory. And you get delivered directly from the factory to your home with no middleman. We're the only one. And no stock. So cutting the margins and cutting the prices from 50 to 70% without changing the products, basically. But you wait. The deal is cool design, original design sometimes, most of the time, very low prices, but you wait longer you wait longer than if you were getting downstairs to buy something right now.
So m4v is a very long company.
Yeah.
So what are the next steps going forward? In terms of more strategy and scalability of the model.
That's obviously a business that can go abroad, basically. You can sell abroad, or we sell in the UK and Ireland at the moment. We can sell abroad if we want to, basically. You just have to develop your logistics there. We can also buy from other countries. We're buying from China, we're buying from the UK, we could be buying from anywhere, but you need to set up the team there. At the moment, the main challenge is still to go on building the business that we are doing at the moment in the UK, meaning working on our team in China to develop, quicker new products, to get a history with the factories we're working with, because obviously you can start dealing with a factory, but you need a couple of months or years to develop trust on everything, to be able to develop new products quickly. And in the UK, being able to set up, or we're setting up the logistics, we're delivering people, but we can still improve on it. We've been delivering people since beginning of July, as I said, but everything is happening quite good at the moment. We've been delivering more than several thousand of people in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, which was a big test for us. So people have been busy here. However, we can still improve on everything. Yeah. On the way you deliver, the companies you work with, and the service you provide people. Yeah, of course.
So how do you see the business going to change over next year?
m4v?
Yeah. How do you see many competition already, or?
The fact is, if you see the French market, you have my fab company. that means you participate to create it from the beginning, who was the first one, and this, the first or second in this market. Today you have like 5 or 6 of them. They went to Germany, you already have at least 3 big ones. In the UK we're the first one, now we are, I mean, you can find others. So there will be competition. The difference in the UK market is you have nobody in this very specific business model. But the traditional actors, I mean, Duell, John Lewis, and all these guys were already more, I feel they were already more competitive. That what you could find on the other market, they were already working on selling, pre-selling stuff, or late delivery, and everything. So yeah, we'll get competition. The big deal with this business model, because everybody is always asking what's your barriers to entry, what will make that nobody will come. I mean, people will come, but the big challenging thing is you are doing the business of several companies at the same time. I mean, you're developing the products, you are importing the products. Usually you got the importers who buy in China or buying from the makers. They have some stock in the UK and they sell to retailers. And you do the job of the retailers. And what is kind of tricky is to be able to do the job of all these guys at the same time with low margins on big volumes. Yeah, you have to be good at 4 things. And I think the big challenge is to be able to be good at all these. All of these is like, you need to be good at design, because you need to be selling, I mean, chosen furniture. We can't be selling thousands of products, otherwise we would have trouble with quantities. You have to focus on the good ones. And the customers are helping on this. But you need to be good at design. You need to be good at e-business. I mean, how you build your website, how you spend your marketing budget. You need to be good at furniture business. I mean, creating a table is not that easy. It's kind of hard. And you need to be good at importing stuff and logistics. You have lots of people who get to this business with good skills in e-marketing, but don't know anything about the furniture, or with lots of experience in furniture, but pretty new in like e-retailing. I think the ones who will remain at the end will be the ones who will be able to master everything.
So as an entrepreneur, what would be your main 3 pieces of advice for young entrepreneurs willing to start his own business, his or her own business?
I'm very new one. No, what should I say? Don't be afraid to do it. First, it took me like years to jump to it. I've been working like investing, seeing people who create their company, and I was like, it's super nice. You meet great people, but it's not you. So why not? So do it. First, do it. Do it with the right people. I mean, I would not have been able to do it alone. I mean, after a couple of years, you start thinking that you should do it alone, because you can't be waiting for the people to do it. But it's always good to do it with others with different skills, and that's working kind of very well here. And 3, hard. And the third one, no, do it with the right guys, and commitment is important. The team is important. But I mean, like we could say a million other things. Don't be afraid of fundraising, because I'm not thinking of a question that people usually ask, like, will I be able to raise money? That's a big thing that we had here. If we had been thinking of, will we be able of raising like enough money to create a business, I'm not sure we would have launched everything. I mean, we raised 2.5 million pounds. But if you want to raise big, or to raise enough money to do something, you have to think big. Good business with the good people, you'll find the money you need, or you find a way not to need some. It will just like take time.
Okay, well, last question but not least. So we are here in London. So what would be your favorite place in London where you like to have beer or something?
I was in Hyde Park like 2 hours ago, and that was super nice. And no, I think the good thing in London is, compared to Paris, I like Paris too, but it's like people are nice and friendly, as you can find abroad too. But it's very welcoming, and I love the parks on a sunny day, or all the pubs. It's like you can talk to people. It's kind of easy.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks, Julien, for
You're
this
welcome.
interview and sharing with us your experience.
Thank you.